Hi everyone, this is Anand from Team Amoeboids, and in this video we are going to do a quick comparison of the default release notes feature that comes out of the box in Jira versus free variant of our app automated release notes. Now one thing before we begin, the free variant of automated release notes app for Jira is available only for the cloud instances of Jira, right? So if you are on server or data center, unfortunately we do not have the free variant. Let's jump right in. First, what I've done is I've navigated to the one of the releases inside of a project in Jira where you should see the release notes button. When I click on that, I'll be brought to the default release notes feature that's available out of the box, right? Now we are going to do a couple of things here. We are going to do an apple to apple comparison, comparing the different formats the release notes can be generated in and so on. Having said that, one thing that you should always remember is the free version of automated release notes comes with a limitation of 5 automated executions, right? So if you are someone who is already utilizing the out of the box release notes feature, then the free version of ARN definitely makes sense for you, because you don't need to really utilize the automated executions. But if you want to, you can still execute the 5 per month automated executions. But apart from that, if you just want to copy paste the release notes from Jira, then automated release notes free variant is the one you should be looking at. Why? Let's begin. First of all, the formats that are available in the default out of the box feature are only two: HTML and Markdown. Let's compare that with what automated release notes free version has to offer. Now we have not added any limitations as far as the templates are concerned. You can create templates in any of these formats: HTML, JSON, PDF, email, Confluence. You can just click on the create template button to look at all of the different formats that you can create the release notes template in, right? That's one. Second, layout, right? The layout in terms of default out of the box feature offers only 3 variations, right? So you have the no issue key, or issue key with link, and eventually it's giving out only 3 bits of information to you, right? One is obviously the issue key, whether it's displayed as a link or not as a link, or not displayed at all. Then you have this summary, and then you have this issue type, right? So these are the 3 variations that are possible as far as the layout is concerned. Now let's look at what's possible within automated release notes free variant. Coming back to the earlier point, like I said, these are the different formats that you can create ARN templates in. Now coming down here, for example, if you were to create an email body, right, you should be able to have any type of layout within this, right? So you are not restricted to utilizing what we call this as a sequential layout. There is also the possibility of, so let me show you how that works. So we have what we call as JQL sections. JQL sections return Jira issues in a certain way, right? So what Jira issues are returned in this JQL section, that is dictated by the JQL. But what information is available or made available in the release notes, that you can configure under this field tab, right? So that's one important difference. In the default out of the box feature set or out of the box release notes feature, you only have possibility of including 3 pieces of data, that is issue type, issue key, and the summary. Now compare that with the free version of ARN. You can decide what pieces of information you want to be included in the final release notes content. Another important thing, you can further customize the pieces of information that you are including in the release notes content to be displayed differently. For example, in case of key, if you don't want that to be displayed as a link, that's okay, just uncheck the box. You can apply additional styling as well, right? So that's another important difference. And the last one, if you recall, I talked about this being a sequential layout, right? We call within the context of ARN, we call this layout a sequential layout. What I mean by that is, if you come back to this JQL section and click on layout, you'll find two formats, tabular format and sequential format. When I click on sequential, I will be able to design the exact same type of layout. So let me show you how you can do that. So here you have issue key and summary. So this is how you'll end up creating a template that matches the default out of the box template layout. So key, summary, and that's it. Once you save this, you'll be able to get the exact same result. But what if you wanted it a little different? Maybe you wanted to include bullets, right? Maybe you wanted to include separators. Maybe you wanted to apply different stylings, right? Maybe you wanted to group the items differently. In the default variant, you are just grouping it by issue type. Maybe you wanted to group it by epics or the resolution, whatever makes sense for your use case, right? So that's another important difference. You can switch to the tabular format and you'll end up seeing all of the selected fields in a simple table, right? So these were the important differences that were there within the default release notes feature that comes out of the box in Jira and the free version of automated release notes. To reiterate, within ARN's free version, there is no limit on how many times you can preview the release notes. So you can just install the free version and preview the release notes as many times as you need, right? You just then preview it, copy the content and paste it somewhere else. Free version has no limitations. The only limitation happens when you are trying to automate the release notes generation via automated rule executions. So if you need some further customization of your release notes, and if you're happy to copy paste the release notes content from Jira to somewhere else, then definitely try out the free version of automated release notes. Hope that was helpful. Thank you very much.